What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at some McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figures. So first up, we have a DC Direct page puncher of Shazam. So this looks really cool. I'd say it's about like a classic look for Shazam. Like obviously it's not perfect, and this is based more off a more modern comic that will be included with this. But to me, it just has that classic look to him of Shazam that looks really good. So this is going to be a nice, good Shazam just to use on any shelf. So pretty cool that we get him in that look. Like I said, it does come with a comic as well. So if we spin around, we have the Dawn of DC with one magic word, Shazam. So there we got the Shazam comic, like I said, a more modern one there, but the outfit looks pretty cool. Of course, there we have the old classic design, which, very similar in design. So overall works out pretty good for that. So I'm excited to check that Shazam out. And then we also have Icon, which is pretty cool. So he has a similar backstory, not exact, but somewhat similar to like a Superman. So nice to have him included here as well. Looks nice with the red and green designs that he's got going on. So pretty cool overall for him. And we just have the picture that'll be on the card there of him fighting a giant monster there, so looks pretty cool. So he's from the Icon and Rocket Season 1 comic storyline. So overall pretty cool to look at both these figures. So he just kind of got him randomly. We didn't get the other page puncher characters that the Shazam went with, and then this just came out randomly. So we're just going to throw these two together here today. So let me get them open out of the box and we'll take a look at them together. So we're going to start off with Shazam, whose real name is Billy Batson. Now he is an orphan boy from Fawcett City that gets transported to an underground throne room. There he meets the wizard Shazam, who explains he is old and needs a successor, so he chose Billy because of his misfortunes in life. So Billy speaks the name Shazam and gets struck by a lightning bolt, transforming into the adult with superpowers known as Captain Marvel. So he has the wisdom of Solomon, strength of Hercules, stamina of Atlas, power of Zeus, courage of Achilles, and speed of Mercury. So of course, if you take all those names, it'll spell out Shazam. And with that, he has superhuman strength, speed, and reflexes, as well as flight, invulnerability, and electrokinesis. So this looks really good. Absolutely love the look of this figure. The only thing I have somewhat issues with is his face, just because it looks too cartoony, because it like almost has no eyes, like just the design is just barely painted in there. But otherwise, like outfit and everything, this is like the perfect Captain Marvel to me. This, or I should say Shazam. I always call him Captain Marvel still, but yeah, looks really good with that design. Love the red spandex outfit, the big lightning bolt on his chest, belt around the waist in yellow, some gauntlets. That'd be the only thing I wish they'd just be like normal basic gauntlets in yellow to match like the boots and the belt and stuff, but it's fine with the gold there as well. Of course, the spandex pants continue down all the way to the boots, which love this boot design. I don't know if we've seen this on any of the McFarlane figures so far, but love like the big cuffs there at the top. That's always nice with the basic yellow design. Then he has his cape on the back where it has the hood as well, so we do get the hood that comes up. Doesn't come all the way up because of the way it's stitched, so it's just almost like a big collar there on him instead of a hood, I guess, and that can lay down to the side. It's nice fabric design with the gold trim all the way around it, and of course there's a metal wire in there so you can get it sort of bent up and posed however you want there. And it even has the necklace piece, so I thought it'd just be like a weird necklace that'd be some part of the story, but it's just the part of the clasp here that goes around, and you get it off to the side here and wrap it around that, so it keeps it off there like it is supposed to be, and looks really good overall. Like I said, just that face looks too like cartoony or comic-y, which for me personally, I always like that design, but since they've gone with more realistic looks most of the time, it's kind of just weird and stands out a little there. But overall, just like I said, absolutely just love the look of this Shazam. This is definitely going to be one I use. But moon-wise, we get that'll twist all the way around, can look down that far and up that far. It's not too bad again with a flying character, which would look up more, but just it is what it is. The shoulders will come up to 90 with the butterfly and rotate around with the bicep twist and the double elbow that'll bend up that far, so not too bad from going all the way up on itself. Get the wrist that'll twist around and flex back and forth. Then we go to the ab crunch, so we get the upper ab crunch back and forth and twist around, and then at the waist should be able to at least twist around. It feels pretty stiff there. I'll twist around, and yeah, it has the crunch as well, just hidden behind the belt there. Get the hips that'll come up to 90 and out to the side. He can do the splits, a little bit of a thigh twist, not much, but there is some. The double knee joint that'll bend up that far to the back, not far from kicking his butt as you see, and then down to the foot that'll rock back and forth, twist side to side, and has the toe joint on the end. So pretty good range overall, pretty standard for the McFarlanes, but he's got pretty good range, not a whole lot to get in the way or anything. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't come with much of anything, so he has the open hands. You can have him, for flying, or it'd be better for his electricity, but he doesn't come with any electricity effects, so that kind of stinks. But we do get some fist hands as well, so if you want to have more just standing there with the fist hands. And of course, we did also come with that like necklace piece that I call here, so the clasps for his cape and stuff, so it did come with that. But like I said, you just sort of put that around his neck there. Of course, comes with the base, we'll go and put him on, and the card there, so there's a nice picture of him. I assume from that comic, outfit design pretty much matches exactly what he's got there, so that's really nice. And then on the back we get the story of Billy Batson, which says the Clubhouse of Eternity, homicidal worms, talking tigers, atomic robots, alien worlds, sinister curses, and villains from throughout the DC universe. Welcome to the wild adventures of Billy Batson, whose big red alter ego defends the earth from its weirdest and wildest threats. When Garguax, Emperor of the Moon, sets his sights on Gorilla City, that's when you shout Shazam. So pretty nice for that, pretty basic there, but overall really nice for that. Of course, we have had other Shazams, but this is like the most like classic looking one we've had so far. So there is that. Of course, he comes with the lightning effect. Wish it was more of a yellow color, but yeah, there's the old one compared to the new one there. So really like this new one. Like I said, this is definitely going to be the one that can take place on any of the shelves because it has such a good design there for Shazam. So that just looks really good overall. And that brings us to Icon, who is actually an alien named Arnis. So he was an alien that tried to defend his people on a spaceship from a terrorist, but he ended up failing and escaped the explosion on a life pod. The life pod eventually crashed to Earth in 1843 on a Georgia plantation where he was found by a pair of slaves. The pod altered Arnis's DNA to match theirs, so it turned him into a human infant. The slaves adopted the boy and named him Augustus, and he lived as a slave until the Civil War. But after the war, he would go on to become an influential lawyer, but became disillusioned with helping the oppressed because money would always ensure that others are held down. But that was until he met Raquel Irvin, who broke into his home and discovered his superpowers. She convinced him that someone with his powers needed to be out there helping people, so he gave her some alien technology and became a superhero duo known as Icon and Rocket. So as I mentioned, he is an alien, so he has alien physiology with superhuman strength, regeneration, invulnerability, slow aging, flight, telekinesis, super breath, energy projection, and shape-shifting. So really nice to have Icon. It kind of reminds me of like a mixture of Superman mixed with Martian Manhunter, which of course they have, similarities in themselves, but that's just what it reminds me of, and overall looks pretty good here. I love this design. Of course, it's with the spandex outfit, you use some details where, should be like bands around his arms, sort of like straps coming down, but with it being this, it's just all painted on top. But we get what'd be, I guess, like his logo there on the chest. Love the like green and red, of course, like Christmassy designs, but love the green up top with the collar going there around his neck with the cape hanging off the back. So we get a nice fabric cape once again with metal on the outside of it. We get his face there with the nice yellow eyes, so with his different powers there. Then it transitions from the green into the red, so the rest is mostly all the red spandex there, so down his arms and midsection, again with the gold bands there around like his biceps and at the top of his gloves and boots. Then we get the black gloves and black boots that go up really high to his thighs there as well, and like I said, that cape there off the back, and that's just what it looks like. So overall, a pretty nice design for this. Not a character I don't think I've ever heard of until this figure, but I do think he looks really nice. But for movements, we get his head that'll twist all the way around, can look down that far and up that far, so not bad for the movements. We get the shoulders that come up to 90 with the butterfly back and forth and rotate around. We get the bicep twist and the double elbow joint that bends up that far, so pretty much all the way up on itself. We get the wrist that'll twist around and flex back and forth. Then the ab crunch, so the upper ab crunch back and forth and twist around. And then at the waist crunch, yeah, real stiff once again, but crunch and twist all the way around. Then we get the hips that'll come up with the 90 there, out to the side to the splits. Very little thigh twist on him, but the double knee joint that'll bend up that far to the back, not too bad at all. And then the foot will flex back and forth and twist side to side with the toe joint on the end. So not bad at all for his movements, very similar to Shazam. I'd almost say they'd have the same body, but have the different piece like where Shazam's had the boots and stuff on him. But overall, pretty nice design for that. And again, with the nice cape, you can get it sort of posed up however you want there. Of course, for me, I don't know exactly how I'd want him posed, so not sure what I want to do. But accessory wise, he comes with the open hands as well, so very much like Shazam. So pretty much have the same accessories as well. So we get those open hands for him, and of course the base to put him on. And lastly, we have his card. So there's him fighting a big alien creature there from Icon and Rocket Season 1. And of course, we get his story here on the back, which says long ago, the stranded alien known as Arnis gave up hope to return to his home planet. Tragically, he also realized that his adopted home of Earth was beyond saving. Content to waste away his long life in a human guise, Arnis was past caring until the day a young woman named Raquel Irvin crashed into his life. Soon she'd convince him to put his incredible power to work again as the hero Icon and to transform her into his sidekick Rocket. So there's, a little bit more what I said already. So overall, really nice to have him here. And as I said, he is kind of like a combination of different characters, very similar at least to them. So of course, very similar to Superman with an alien species crashing to Earth and having incredible powers, as well as Martian Manhunter being an alien species and all that. So really nice to have Icon added to the collection as well. So that is it for our two McFarlane figures of the Page Puncher Shazam and Icon, which is kind of funny. Both are pretty analogous to Superman. So they have, similar power sets and stuff to Superman. And then overall, their bodies, like I said, are pretty much the same. Like they probably have the exact same base bodies and stuff, just, minor differences just because the way they worked out. Both come with the same set of like similar hand designs and all that. So pretty cool for both of these figures. Like I said, really like the Shazam. This is probably the Shazam I want most, and really like the overall look and story of Icon. So nice to add him. So let me know what you thought of these two figures down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know with that like, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see more. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.